For brands to survive and to thrive in the current COVID-19 marketplace, we need to look at who they are, why they have to change, and how they can do it. So in many ways, and in many markets, today's global pandemic has completely reset the game board. You have two categories of brands. You have the brand leaders, who are forced now to regain their lost ground, and you have brand stragglers who were never the leaders, but they're now willing to act quickly, decisively, and boldly to have a chance to lead. Obviously, a main theme of the pandemic story is one of uncertainty. You've customers worldwide who are just not feeling confident in their economy. It's been recorded that customer behavior as well in many countries, for example, with the United States having its lowest monthly retail performance in April 2020. However, I suppose through all the darkness, there's a glimmer of light and hope. So research is also showing that 1 out of 3 Americans are actually changing brands. So while on the one hand, you're going to have your senior management teams trying to protect their customer base, it's also an opportunity to grow and improve their market share as well. So in this moment as well of great uncertainty, maybe you expect for familiarity and trust, with customers really sticking to the brands that they've used. However, it's actually the opposite. So this is mainly to do with what has actually been in stock, and also the new customer journeys, that are being formed through these digital platforms as the first step. And then across all countries, customers are adopting and intensifying this digital and reduced contact ways of accessing their products and services. So again, if you look at the more granular level, maybe it's the Generation Z and the millennials and the higher income customers who are driving this. So it's a real moment not only just of a digital surge, and a shifting leaderboard, but a moment to really connect with customers, in new ways as they reformulate their habits and decision journeys. Some categories, such as online fitness, they're completely gaining new customers who intend to now stick with this behavior post-COVID. And then in contrast, you've customers demonstrating less of an appetite to continue with other categories, maybe your professional videoing, conferencing, your remote learning for children. So with this type of disruption in flight, some brands are really positioned to lead coming out of this crisis. 3 steps for brand to thrive during and after this would be as follows. The first, the ability to operate at different speeds. So you now have to be able to operate at 3 different speeds simultaneously and do them all well. So there's obviously, the first, which is navigating the here and now, the day-to-day business, and that's a critical capability. You need to make sure that all your customers and employees are safe when their stores reopen. The second speed is to prepare for 1, 2, even 3 months ahead. How do you continue to win customers in this recovery phase? And then the third speed is completely reimagining what it's going to be like post-COVID. What are the customer experiences you're going to offer, the revenue streams to invest in, and even the business model evolution itself. Customers are telling us that the virtualization of products and services, it's not going away. The amount of digital media being consumed and the importance of digital touch points is likely going to stay. Therefore, now is the time for brands to really reimagine their value proposition in this more virtual world. The second step, it involves granularity. So brands have always needed to be personalized, of course, but we're getting to a whole new level now. So the importance of hyper-local has never been so strong. Brands are seeing a new magnitude in sales variability from postcode to postcode, category to category. And this is critical for brands to understand. This variability, it's likely to remain for some time given the customer uncertainty. Brands must be able to quickly identify and predict where demand is going to surge and not surge. And it's a unique opportunity to meet this demand with the right messaging and the right content. The third step would be to adopt an agile operating model in this virtual context. So companies have been talking for a long time about agile and the importance of being able to be where the customer needs you at the right time. But how do you now pull this off in a virtual world? It makes it even more interesting. We're seeing some companies completely rewire their ways of working, viewing this virtual context as a greenfield opportunity. Redirecting, plans, you're thinking about reallocation of spend across the various channels. So an overarching idea in all of these decisions is the role analytics will play. Predictive analytics will drive the majority of these decisions, with the senior leaderships of brand requiring analysis of customer demand by area, customer demographics, and product categories. Many companies, they may have previously done demand planning for a 6 or 12-month increment, but due to this ever-evolving market and the current customer dynamics, brand need to be able to make decisions in a close to real-time basis. Pointing internal and external data at this specific use case can be a very effective way to use artificial intelligence and machine learning resources going forward. One thing is for sure, the current climate is not allowing anyone to hide, shining a bright light on those who are unprepared. So adopting some of these previously mentioned 3 steps can help put brands on an accelerated trajectory in the right direction post-COVID.